Alright, Shalom. Before I get started, Barakathia Hawa, Barakathia Hawa Shai, Barakathia Hawa, Barakathia Hawa Shai, Barakathia Hawa, Barakathia Hawa Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Secondly, I want to give double honors to the elders apostles, the great millstone, who rule well and teach well, and who are the true leaders of Israel today. I also like to give another shout out to you, Shasset Akin. I also like to give another shout out to the up and coming Elder Kazak, the man of Israel camp down here in Greenville, South Carolina, whom I teach up under. And I also like to give another shout out to you, Shasset Akin, throughout the four corners of the earth that's pushing his truth and our sincerity and righteousness in these last days. And I also like to give another shout out to you Israelite foreigners that's looking like the other heathen nations causing confusion, coming back to our heritage in these last days. And I also like to give a quick shout out to you few sisters out there that stand in order and doing what y'all need to do in these last days that truly believe. All right, to y'all, I like to say shalom. And today's video, I'm basically going into I told y'all if you watched my video where I was going into proving that the Old Testament is still valid. I told y'all I was gonna do a part 2. If you watch that video, you know, you can go back and watch it. The part 1, if I remember, Lord willing, I dropped the link of the video in the description box. But it ain't too far down, you know. Just did it like 3 or 4 days ago. But I said I was gonna do a part 2, and that's what I'm basically going to today, proving in the Old Testament that it's still valid. All right, because certain things in the Old Testament still haven't been fulfilled, and there's a lot of stuff that's in the Old Testament that haven't been fulfilled, man. All right, and I'm gonna get a few, probably like 4 or 5, and you know, of course, I'm gonna breaking down and proving, you know, that it haven't been fulfilled yet. All right, and I'll probably do a part 3 as well. As many as I can find, I'm gonna bring it out, Lord willing. You know, Yahweh Ratazah. You know, so the first one I want to get is Daniel's. All right, Daniel the 7th chapter, and verse verse 14. Yep, there you go. All right, proving that this haven't happened yet. All right, it says in Daniel 7:14, and there was given him dominion and glory in the kingdom. All right, and who is the him that it's talking about? Yahweh Shai. All right, it says, and there was given him dominion, right? And let's go into that word dominion real quick. All right, Daniel 7:14. Let's go into that word dominion. All right, in Hebrew.
Strong's
Salakia.
H 7985. Sholtan.
All right, that word is Shaltan, right? And it says dominion, sovereignty. It's like a subvergeny. Yeah. Now let's look that up real quick. Let me go into do this. Define. It says supreme power or authority. You see that? Self-government, right? So let's go back to it. Let's go to the Strong's, because this is where the point is. It said the Strong definition, it says right here, an empire. You see that? So that dominion is going to be his empire. You see that? So it says, and there was given him dominion, right? An empire, right? Because all these other nations, they had an empire, right? So this time Yahweh Shai is going to have his empire. You see that? So it says, and there was given him dominion and glory in the kingdom. You see that? That all people, nations, and languages should serve him. You see that? They're going to serve our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai. You see? His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which should not pass away, in his kingdom that which should not be destroyed. Now Daniel 7,
it tell you about the four beasts. You know, the Babylonian, the Persian Medes, the Greeks, and the Romans. Now, when you go into Revelation, it said the Roman Empire fell, but then it said that daily wound was healed. So when is the if the fourth beast fell, which was Rome, why doesn't Yahushua got his kingdom yet, his everlasting kingdom? That's because the Roman Empire, that wasn't the end all for the Roman Empire, man, because the Roman Empire had to come back as Babylon, America, NATO, and the EU. You see that? So when it says he should have an everlasting kingdom, it haven't happened yet, man, because Rome 2.0, which is America, NATO, and the EU, haven't failed yet. You see, once America fall, that's when the Lord is going to have his everlasting kingdom, man. Until then, we still in the hand of our enemies. We still serving our enemies. You see, we still on the bottom. You know, the Lord ain't here. So how you gotta? When the Lord come, his everlasting kingdom is gonna be here on earth. So where is he at if that kingdom is here today? Because you got clowns out there that's saying that we are already in the kingdom. That the small hats are in the kingdom, are in the land. The small hat that's in the land of Israel today are the real people. But where the Lord at then? The Lord ain't there yet, so where he at? You see? So it says, and there was given him dominion and glory in a kingdom that all people, nations, and language shall serve him. And where they serving the Lord at? I don't see the Lord no way. We supposed to eat. Let's say, for example, we weren't the people, and those small hats were the people. Why we not serving the Lord? Because it said all, meaning everybody's going to serve him, man. So why we not serving him? Which we really are serving him, but he's going to physically be here, and we're going to serve him as well. You see, if that's the case, if they the real people, he's supposed to be in that land right now. You see, it says serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which should not pass away, and his kingdom that which should not be destroyed. You see that? So where's the Lord and his kingdom at? You know, where's the Lord? I'm still waiting. If we in the kingdom, because like I said, you got clowns that's saying we in the kingdom already. That's because we not in the kingdom yet. Once the kingdom is established, we're going to be in our land, and Yahushua is going to be there, and we're going to be joint heirs, and we're going to have new bodies, man. You see that? So this proved that this prophecy right here haven't been fulfilled yet. Daniel 7:14, this haven't been fulfilled yet, and it's about to be fulfilled once Babylon, goes down, which is America, man. You see, 2 Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. You see? So this prophecy haven't been fulfilled yet. Because how if this the kingdom, why is all this wickedness taking place? Why is there still war taking place? Why is this stuff still going on? Is this already the everlasting kingdom of the Lord? You tell me the Lord kingdom gonna be wicked? Come on, dog. Shaking my head. But anyway, let's move on and get another one. Let's go into Isaiah 63, one of my favorite chapters. Isaiah 63. Alright. And we'll read down to verse 4. We're going to start it from the top and read down to verse 4. It says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? This that is glorious in his apparel, travailing in the great of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Now this is going into Yahushua when it said, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah, right? Verse 2. Wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine press? I mean, it's like the wine fat, because this is what's the word I'm looking for? This is symbolic of how much blood the Lord is going to shed. Now, it's not physically talking about the Lord going to have blood on his garment. No, this is symbolic of how much blood the Lord is going to shed, man. So when it says, wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garment like him that treadeth in the wine fat? When you try in the wine fat, you got a whole bunch of reddish, purplish, color on. Like, let's say, for example, you got your feet in a damn bunch of damn let's say like something red, uh let's say cherries or something, I don't know, and you just threading your foot on the wine press and you just getting red stuff all along. That's how much. That's basically what it's talking about. The Lord is gonna have a whole bunch of blood shed. It's gonna be a whole bunch of blood that's gonna be shed, man. All right, it's not physically talking about the Lord having blood on his garments, man. No. All right. So it says, verse 3, Isaiah 63 and verse 3. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I would thread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood should be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain on my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, meaning his mind, and the year of my redeem is come. So this haven't happened yet. When had the Lord come back and shed blood, man? Because last time I checked, the Lord came as a lamb. He came humbled, man. He didn't come to make war. He didn't come to have vengeance in his mind. You see that? This telling you that this haven't been filled yet. The Lord said, for the day of vengeance, meaning payback, pretty much. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, meaning his mind. And the year of my redeem is come. So this day is coming. It haven't happened yet, man. So this is another prophecy that haven't been fulfilled yet, and it's about to be fulfilled, man. You see, once that the RFID, you know what, that C-hip be mandatory, hey, that's when the missiles gonna hit, and guess what? Those so-called UFOs y'all seeing, hey, they're gonna come back, and that's gonna be Yahweh shining angels, and also the elect that's gonna be in those chairs. You know, the ones that's gonna already be on there, the ones that's already in the spiritual realm, that the elect that's in the spiritual realm, they're gonna be on those chairs first, and then the Lord gonna come back and beam us up before those missiles touch the ground, man. You see that? So this haven't happened yet, man. The Lord haven't came back and dealt with Esau, man. It's proven that Esau is not done away with, man, because it says, who is this that coming from Edom? So it's showing you that Esau is here today, man. So Esau, you can't hide who you is no more. You can't just say the Edomites done away with. You gotta prove it. Prove that the Edomites are done away with, and that's something y'all can't do, and that's something Cab Malone can't do as well. You see, he like to say the Edomites done away with. Well, give me that history. Give me out the scriptures where Esau was done away with. You see. So let's go to Isaiah. All right, another one of my favorite chapters. Isaiah 34, and I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start from the top, man. Every time I always try to get to the point, I be wanting to get to the point. You just gotta start at the top when you're reading this chapter, man. It's a beautiful chapter. So this is one of the chapters I'm gonna get to prove that the Old Testament is not done away with. But it says Isaiah 34, verse from the top, verse 1: Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. Verse 2: For the indignation, meaning the hatred, for the indignation of the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, is upon all nations. You see that? That's showing that the Lord hates you other nations, man. He says, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations. But I thought the Lord was all love. But anyway, it says, in his fury upon all their armies. You see that? He had early destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. You see that? The Lord is going to deliver all these nations to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. You know, the Lord's judgment. You see? The Lord is going to judge these nations over there in like I said, Yahweh Shaphat. You see? And this haven't happened yet. When had the Lord gather all these nations and destroy them? You see? Verse 3: Their slain also should be cast out, and their stank should come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains should be melted with their blood. Verse 4: And all the host of heaven should be dissolved. And how is that going to happen, man? Through those ICBM missiles. You see, it says, and all the hosts of heaven should be dissolved, and the heavens should be rolled together as a scroll. You see that mushroom cloud. It says, and the heavens should be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falling off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. Verse 5, for my sword should be bathed in heaven. The Lord's sword is what? Those missiles. You see that? It says, for my sword should be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Now, who's Idumea? Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom. You see? So it says, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Verse 6, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord Yahweh had a sacrifice in Bozrah. Now Bozrah is represents America, right? So it says, for the Lord Yahweh had the sacrifice in Bozrah, which is America, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. You see that? The rams, when they say the rams and the goats and lambs, those represents the people. So it says it says, for the Lord Yahweh had the sacrifice in Bozrah, and Bozrah is the altar. You see, and the people is the animals are the people. You see the sacrifice. You see that? It says, in a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. You see that? So when is that going to come to pass? When the Lord is going to make that great sacrifice here in America? America is still standing. When the missiles are going to hit this place? That's because it haven't been fulfilled yet. See that? Verse 7. And when, if it said, because it said it should come down upon Idumea. Now, when have these missiles came down anyway? It didn't happen in the Greek Empire. It didn't happen in the Roman Empire. It didn't happen in none of these empires that the Edomites ruled in. So when is this going to happen? You see, when is this judgment that's going to happen? When is this going to happen? When is this sacrifice is going to happen? You see that? So let's go back to Isaiah 34:7. It says, and the unicorn should come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land should be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. You see that? So when is this prophecy right here is going to be fulfilled? Why do you think these other countries is talking about ICBM missiles and stuff, man? Why do you think they're talking about that? Because that's going to be the Lord's sacrifice. When those missiles hit, the Lord going to destroy these people, man. You see? The Lord ain't playing, man. Matter of fact, let's get one more. We'll close it out. Isaiah. And we was in the book of Isaiah. Pretty heavy. Isaiah 24:20. It says, matter of fact, I started verse 19. Isaiah 24:19. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean, dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. Verse 20. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. So like when a man is drunk, the man, he's staggering to the left, to the right, to the front, to the back. The man just all over the place. So it said the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and should be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof should be heavy upon it. It shall fall and not rise again. You see that? So this place is going to be shaken. It's going to be a great earthquake. Why? Because those ICBM missiles. That's what's going to make this earth shake to and fro. You see that? And then it says, and it shall fall and not rise again. Meaning Babylon, once it falls, is not going to rise back up. Because why? This place is going to have nothing but unclean creatures, and unclean birds and stuff, man. So that proves that the Old Testament is not done away with and it's still valid. If not, you Christians gonna have to break those verses that I gave them to y'all. Y'all gonna have to break that down and show me why it's not valid, man. Alright, put it down in the description box, and guess what? I'm gonna cut your ass again. You see? This haven't happened yet. We had the earth shake to and fro. Give me an article that made the whole damn earth to shake. Because it's going to be about those ICBM missiles that the whole earth is going to shake to and fro like a drunkard. You see that? So Lord willing, this video was edifying. I'm closing out giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakadash. Shalom to the next time.